I don't want to talk about this, but I'm gonna go to anyway. When will Scyan actually learn how to quit the game? It's like, when Scyan announced that he quitted the game 6 months ago, he's still talking about it. Why are you still talking about the game? You couldn't just like unfollow users that relates to the game, just pretend it doesn't exist, but you keep dragging it into your own conversation. Anyways, before we get into the commentary, originally I was planning to do a video related to the Roblox controversy, but I'm gonna save up that after this video. So I'm gonna cut out some parts that either takes long or it's just absolute waste of time. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
And then I quitted and deleted Fortnite and just yeeted it into the belly of Galactus.
Meanwhile, you were literally playing the game a month ago. So that's a lie over there.
70?
Why did I just disappear out of nowhere? Why am I not making Fortnite videos anymore? Why did I quit the game? I used to simp on this game so much. I used to say it's the best game ever. And here, I left.
Firstly, you have a backup account. And secondly, you announced that you quit the game on Twitter several months ago, including your video too. So we don't need any context of your saying.
Unless that thing is not what it used to be.
Have you ever heard the word called change? Wow, I never heard of that word before. Wow.
But now let's begin. Why exactly did I not just like quit making content on Fortnite and I just deleted the game entirely instead?
Quote unquote.
Because I just feel like the game is not special anymore. It used to have like a personality. It used to have something special that no other game ever had. It was just unique to Fortnite. But now it just has become the stink of money.
So you think the game is having its massive downfall of all time, even though Roblox is currently having that problem over the pedophilia? Huh?
And worst of all now, these things I just talked about were exactly the reason why they butchered, they killed, they murdered, they grabbed the Fortnite storyline and they just ripped it apart, teared it apart, and just like into pieces, tiniest pieces. I just ate the storyline. They killed brutally their storyline. Which was the best part of the game in my opinion, the part that I enjoyed so much, the most unique part of the game even. The storyline was not just special, it was the only part of Fortnite that made me go like, okay, this game is kind of made for kids, I get it, like the tone of it, the vibe of it, the art direction of it, everything is very kids-like. But then we had the story was like, damn, oh my god, the story was made for men.
And it's also for teenagers and kids, right? Not just only men.
But from the bros type of story we used to get the like the energy, like the strong energy story to like the kitty girl, wow, kitty girl, oh my god, we shut the fuck up!
You also do realize that Hope is not the only one who is part of the main storyline, right?
The big, grand, and awesome live events we used to get. It's just basically gone now, only happens for when there is a collaboration or something, and that's about it.
Wrong-o.
So you think this is a collab to you? And this? And this? Sure that Superman made an appearance, but still it's not even a full collab event. Only Death Star sabotages.
Okay, this is what masterpiece perfection looks like, but this right here is what having no bitches and no life and not going to the gym looks like.
I still watch those events. I went to the gym sometimes, and I actually have a life. Although I got no bitches, so.
Doing storyline missions with voice lines and actual cool visuals and everything every single week. Man, you're asking too much from $1 billion company. You want weekly updates? You want actual storyline with effort gone into it, with voice acting, with actual interesting props using the story and think, are you okay? Have you ever thought about our wallet? Look at our wallet, think about our wallet, but shut the fuck up and go grind your XP. Imagine asking for content that we used to give you and you want the same amount of content that we used to. What is wrong with you?
I think bro forgot the voice actor strike happened just a year ago. An agreement came to an end just a couple of months ago, which caused the game to not include any voice lines, except for this Death Star sabotage, so...
But things have gotten so bad in Chapter 6 to the point that we don't even get, like, island music themes anymore.
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't like the island theme music. It's cool to get them for free, but I just don't like that at all.
Oh yeah, get rid of every single original Fortnite storyline character, exactly what Call of Duty did with their zombies mode.
Oh, sorry, I have to sneeze. Achoo! You honestly forgot he's back and he's considered canon to the storyline.
The Fortnite just keeps making the same exact mistakes as Call of Duty. They're like, oh damn, wait a second, nobody likes our new characters. Oh, who the hell cares about Hope? It's just a cat girl. I guess let's just bring back Midas and such. But make them the most one-dimensional character ever. Strip away anything that was interesting about them. Midas, the guy who was so cool back then, the guy who was the head of like everything that happening, he was the master of his like season, and he was like so damn goddamn cool. Nah, just bring him into the season, and he just like sits there and he's just standing there, and the season ends, and he goes bye, and then bring him back again, just so once again he's just standing there, he's like hi, hello, hey yo, and that's everything he does in the story. It's like, god damn it.
You forgot something. In Chapter 6, Season 3, we learned that Midas is the one who funded the Supernova Academy to defend off against the demons.
Comics? Who reads comics in 2025? Imagine reading comics. Are you dirt? Having someone like Donna Mustard who does small teasers and everything to show us the future things coming to the story, hype people up, make people make actual fun, interesting theories about the story. Or the teasers they used to do for like Season 2, Chapter 2, or the teasers they used to do before the start of like Season 7, Chapter 2. All the cool things they used to do to hype up the story, the new seasons. That sounds like waste of a fork. That sounds like too much effort. Ew, look at that. Look at this guy actually doing something interesting. Gross. The things that actually used to bring up the community together because it felt genuinely worth it to make theories because Fortnite used to give us puzzle pieces before the season that we can figure things out from. You sound like a goddamn nerd. You want us to give you puzzle pieces so you can actually put a theory together that actually makes sense, that actually has like interesting clues and everything coming together. Go get your XP and finish your battle pass instead.
I get your issue, but the thing is, they still teases the upcoming seasons despite the leaks being a thing.
We're gonna give you Charlie Van. There's a new chapter releasing. He could care less. There's a new storyline event. Okay, I guess, yeah. Oh, you want him to hype up the future of the storyline? Maybe you want him to talk with you? Maybe, I don't know, you want him to understand his mindset, what direction he wants like to take the story, what exactly he wants to do with the game? You think he's gonna talk with you? You think he's gonna post videos with you, or maybe join live streams to actually like bring up his mindsets about the game and everything? Are you okay? Here's one picture every single once a year. Maybe he's gonna post a picture, maybe he's gonna say nothing, maybe he's not gonna promote the new season or anything. The crazy thing is, Donna Mustard has been promoting the new Fortnite seasons more than goddamn the director of the game is like Donna Mustard, who's done is promoting the game more than this guy.
Look, I also get your reason, but weren't you the same guy who threatened Charlie Wen and other developers who are continuing making the storyline? No. Well, I saw in my own eyes on Twitter.
Delete it and sell your characters to Donna Mustard so you can actually maybe make movies on the Foundation and such. Actually do something interesting with it.
You still forgot that this character still exists.
Fortnite doesn't even do the bare minimum anymore. The things that even Marvel Rivals does right now. Marvel Rivals is not even that good of a story and somehow they're doing the bare minimum, and that Fortnite this year, they took away storyline trailers.
Well, the Chapter 6 trailers kinda counts as a storyline trailers because it tells a story of how these skins were involved in the fight, or got superpowers, or joined a rebellion against the Empire. They have a story.
But nah, let's keep coming up with the dumbest, most stupid, the most garbage, the most brain-rotten ideas ever. Mix up the storyline trailer with the gameplay trailer. With the cinematic part being like, wow, bunch of people just running around.
This one's not a launch trailer, this one's a cinematic trailer.
So nah man, characters from now on are just gonna pop out of nowhere. The wolf guy, you wanna know where he came from? Nah, he's just gonna pop out of nowhere in the trailer. You wanna know everybody else where they came from? Nah, they're just gonna pop out of nowhere. And if you have problems with it, you're the problem. You're the consumer. You consume, you do not question, you do not have problems. You mindlessly consume, whatever garbage you see this trash, eat it.
I like the old storyline and kinda the new one in Chapter 6 so far, but telling me that...
No, thank you. No.
Daigo is the main focus on this season, yet don't even show him in the trailer of the season. Daigo is the only cool, interesting part about the season story, and you don't show it in the trailer of the goddamn season! The story of this game is nothing anymore, man. It's just like, let's abuse the story to sell more skins, and even more skins, and even more skins. Non-stop sell skins. Look at that, more skins. Oh my god, more storyline skins. Yo, more skins. Yeah, keep buying them. Buy them more.
Run no again, because there is a story and it connects all the metaverse modes into one story, and you think there's nothing about it. And the people who are buying those cosmetics only use it if they look cool or using it as a part of a collection. So yeah, research more.
This right here is the only reason the Fortnite storyline exists now. There is no other reason.
This was said by the visitor, by the way. It's also a part of a Chapter 6 storyline, so...
The Fortnite storyline used to actually make you become a man, get tough, get strong, grow some six packs so you can get some bitches and actually look like a man and everything, and you just like get some, just become an actual, and just like so mature and so interesting and so masculine. It was actually a cool story.
Once again, I'm saying the live event is for all ages, not for grown-ass men. They all can be interested into the story.
Not just stay going, Dr. Doom rifted away, woohoo, Daigo, the villain killed him I guess, woohoo.
Daigo's not dead, he's still alive and he's now free from the dark presence.
The way you write a storyline is that the villain needs to be equals to your heroes, power-wise, or at least the villain needs to be a little bit stronger than your heroes. Not just you bring up a normal-ass person to fight Dr. Doom. A normal-ass person to fight Dr. Doom! No! Why are you not giving John Jones a 7 suit or an armor or something?
He already has an armor. You didn't see it.
They really took the most interesting villain of all time in Marvel and they just reduced him down to Dr. Doom is bad, we must stop him. Okay, why exactly is he bad?
A dead Galactus in the water, a broken Thanos helmet, a cracked Silver Surfer board, Namor's horn, a destroyed Magneto helmet, Doctor Strange's pendant, a ruined Ultron head, a damaged Moon Knight symbol, the Thing's crumbling throne, Human Torch's flaming heart, Mr. Fantastic wrapped up into a ball, an invisible chair.
Remember how we used to get things like the Zero Crisis, the end of Chapter 2 event, the Collision, all of the other glories like Skyfire? No. You want content? You're gonna get 2 seconds live events is just something tiny happening and that's all you're gonna get.
So are you trying to tell us to not check out the gold spreading around the island and not to question Daigo's sister of what happened to Daigo afterward?
With one of the most anticlimactic endings of all time I have ever seen in my entire life. Again, an Ant-Man Quantumania level ending. An ending that proves that the storyline is written for actual 9-year-olds, because if you show this to anyone higher than 9-year-olds, to someone like me 21, they're gonna be like, get this trash off of my face.
Me as an almost 18-year-old, as I'm recording is, I don't mind it. Oh.
Logan has just won the fight, but for some reason he was like, yes, give me a second, let me just hold you in the air. I'm just gonna do random shit just because I have ADHD, I'm tired of fighting you, I'm like, let me just grab a phone, I'm gonna check TikTok, I'm tired of fighting you. Even though legit, I could have done this after killing you. But nah, I have ADHD, worse than Zoomers in real life. So Daigo uses that moment to grab his 2 swords and combine them into one, which takes him like a whole damn minute to do, by the way, making 200 billion noises while doing that. Listen to this. And somehow Shogun is so blind, so deaf.
If he's blind, then how he able to stab through Daigo right in the chest? And if he's deaf, then how he managed able to hear Daigo's blades before he gets back into the fighting?
He's just like, he's still like checking TikTok, he's so interested, he's like ADHD is so strong, he could care less about anything about happening around him. A trillion different lights just glowing right near his face, he's blind.
Or has it been covered by his hat and badges?
A quadrillion noises being made right near his face. Highest level of noise you could ever hear. Right near his ear.
Or maybe he thought the sound is coming from the portal.
Do you know what should have happened here instead? The villain should have won. For once in the history of Fortnite, the villain should have won. Something that the community has been asking for thousands of years.
Wait, didn't the last reality won back in Chapter 2 Season A when it completely took over the island, only for it to get flipped over? Not to mention the Herald too, when she managed to chrome the entire island and managed to take out the 7, only to commit herself suicide and destroy the loot bubble.
Instead of Daigo fighting Superman, so Superman would be distracted by fighting Daigo, and that's where the rest of the story of the season gets to actually shine. Instead of Superman defeating the tentacle guy, you can bring up Hope, you can bring up Jones, you can bring up the other superheroes, so they actually get to shine here. They get to get the victory, they get to feel something for all the hard work they've gone through, not just Superman stealing it from them. Maybe here, this wasn't like another perfect moment to do a sacrifice like the Jones and the Foundation one. Make Jones go down with the tentacles down in the portal, so you have to sacrifice one person, or maybe him and Hope together for the fact that everybody else gets to live, everybody else is safe. We need sacrifices. You don't just get victory and that's about it. This was the perfect chance to make a meaningful sacrifice.
Buddy, not every event needs to have a sacrifice. I think we had it multiple times on chapter 2, 3, and 4. That's 3 chapters.
But no, that's too much to ask for modern storylines. Instead, get a cat girl, and that's about it. Woohoo! Which, talking about Jones and Hope, they're supposed to be the main characters of the story, but ever since chapter 6 started, they've just been pushed away into the trash, man. They have barely gotten any voice acting, and people told me that, oh, that's because, oh, let me come up with a random theory. That's because the strike, the voice actors strike. And I was like, okay, I guess. Sure, but then a live event comes and they're actually talking in the live event and I'm like, what the fuck?
I think he forgot that at the same month the strike ended.
Because the live events would bring people together in a way that no other game used to ever do. 15.6 or whatever goddamn million people in one day came together to watch the Galactus, but nowadays events get like 6 million max or something because they ruined the live events.
No, I don't think that's the case. The most obvious case is that the people didn't know the live event was happening, so that's why they didn't go to it, so...
And the fact that Fortnite storyline used to bring everyone together, it used to have weekly content, I was like, okay, this is a recipe for one of the most fun communities to ever exist. It feels like you can make a community around this game with a lot of fun things to do, a lot of fun content to make for people, to make a place that people come together, become friends, and instead of talking about problems of the world, instead of talking about how modern games are suck ass and are garbage, instead of talking about competitive playing games and just how like I'm better than you, I'm cooler than you, I touch grass and get sunlight less than you, instead of that, Fortnite gave actually something interesting that you could constantly talk about. So I wanted to take that and I wanted to make something meaningful around it for you. I wanted to make something actually meaningful around this game because I felt like this game deserved it. But they took that away from me right when I was 2 seconds away from bringing you what I believe to be the most fun community to be in. I want to build that somewhere so you could make more goddamn friends to have fun with, become more socialized or something or whatever, just have more fun.
Buddy, you do realize that people still do that when it comes to live events. I saw it several times and now you're claiming that it didn't happen at all? Oh my god, dude.
But they took that dream away from me by destroying the storyline, and I felt like I wasted my entire goddamn life playing this game and making content on it because, okay, I make content on the game.
Thelonious, you were saying?
They crushed it in the worst way possible. And somehow people in the Fortnite community want me not to be mad. Good for you. You just play the game. I saw the game as a way to bring something meaningful into life, but they ruined it to become Roblox 2.0.
I know it's Roblox 2.0. But the thing is, people are now starting to care of the new storyline.
That's why I make content. I can't make content on Fortnite anymore. Fortnite will not make this dream become true anymore. It was possible back then, but with how corporate the game has gotten, it's just a fantasy at point. There is no way I can make this dream come true here.
That dream is still there, but it's just people are just getting old and moving on from the game. That's why the player count is in decline. And I'm gonna end the video right there. Oh my god, this is actually horrible. The video is not only so bad and controversial, but the dislike almost surpasses the like count as I'm recording this. That is absolutely insane. Now let's talk about the other issues that I didn't include of my commentary. Remember you heard Scyan saying, damn, the old storyline is for men. Well, I forgot to tell you, he said the whole storyline is only for men with big Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? It was also made for girls, like, did you not see all the live event reactions? It has both men and women. Dude, you're fucking sexist. Okay then, Mr. Scyan, if it has no storyline, then why is there a quest and why is still live events that are all connected to the story? Take this for example, Fortnite OG, a story that actually connects to all metaverse modes. which I made a mini map of it so you can pause it to read. Or get this, the main storyline of this chapter is about 3 siblings. One of them has feelings for Hope and ended up being separate in this season. One of them went up from a hero to have interest in the spirit realm, to become a full demon, and to become free from the dark presence. And one of them has been captured by the spirit realm and been freed by Daigo, but in the season later she had a bit worried about Daigo's presence. You see, Skin? They have the story, and then you decide to shove it and pretend that it doesn't have one. As a Chapter 1 veteran player who started in Season 5, I like both the old story and the new storyline so far, but the fact you glazed the foundation several times throughout the video is just ridiculous. I get that the writing is good, but you don't have to compare the new characters to the foundation. Not only he glazed about the foundation 2 times, but he talks about it over between 5 to 10 minutes while I was editing. Like, bro, you can't be that serious. Once again, I'm gonna say this, I know that's just his personal opinion, but my god, his takes/claims of the Fortnite storyline is so horrible. I would say do not watch the video, it's an absolute waste of time. All Henry does was just blabbering how he absolutely loves the foundation, and how quote unquote how the storyline is broken. And also, if you're watching this, Skin, I would say good luck on your new journey. I wish you the best of your movie channel and your comic series. Anyways, make sure that you've liked and subscribed to the channel, and also click on notifications if you want to see my future upload. Have a good day, everyone. Take care.